Hi guys, welcome to the OTOP series, and it stands for One Target, One Purpose. On every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Singapore time, of course, or maybe Hong Kong time, Beijing time, we are going to share with you one very potential market instrument that is going to carry a lot of positive price movement for the week. Alright, and this price counter, it could be a stock, it could be an ETF, it could be a forex, or it could be just anything that comes from any exchanges around the world. So Monday morning, regardless what you're doing at 9 a.m. Singapore time, remember to log on and watch us. Continue to share this video, subscribe to us. Alright, share, and hopefully we are all on the highway to happiness and wealth. OTOP is right here waiting for you, and I will be right back. Hi there, OTOP 46 is right here waiting for you, and this is for the week 21st June year 2021. And in this OTOP 46, we will do our usual task, which is to take a look back at what we shared with you on last Monday, and of course on this week what we are actually looking on a potential instrument. So stay tuned with us and continue to share this video out, alright, before we start our session for today. OTOP 46. Alright, on last Friday, if we look at the Dow Jones, it was down 533 points, and for the whole week Dow Jones was down more than 1,100 points on last week. Alright, last week for the week 14th of June. Alright, well, basically we heard the US Federal Reserve policymakers talking about the tension on rate hike, and a lot of policymakers have been debating if the tapering should come in year 2022, next year, alright, 2022 or 2023. But then again, market took a panic and started to liquidate the stocks, alright, in the wake of higher interest rates. But if we look at last week, alright, let's take a look at last week. Alright, for the whole week, besides stock market prices coming down, if you look at the gold prices, alright, gold prices also came off about more than $100 per ounce, from 1860 down to 1760. Alright, so well, we have the stock prices coming down, we have the gold prices coming down, we also have the crypto Bitcoin prices coming down from 40,000. So everything is coming down. So what is good for this week, and what are we looking on the opposite side of these three correlations? And that is very important for OTOP 46. Alright, along the way, as we are talking and expecting a rate hike like what the US policymakers are talking now, of course, first of all, we take a look at the US dollar index. If we look at this, last week, alright, this is a day chart. If you look at this, okay, day chart, last week, shortly over 5 days, we have seen the dollar index recovering very quickly, alright, from a price of 90.5 up to above 92. Alright, so we're expecting dollar to be firming up until the end June. Alright, we will say it is expected or unexpected, but since the Federal Reserve is talking about rate hike and the market is starting to react to it, well, dollar should be firming up, right? At least for the next 1 or 2 weeks. We are expecting the dollar to be going up until they encounter the next resistance anywhere above 93, or in the range of 93 to 94. Alright, so that's for the US dollars. So this week, alright, this week, if we are looking at gold prices, as we mentioned earlier, alright, look at here. So gold prices have been coming down, although we foresee that it is nearing to the bottom and it could be doing sideways this week. Alright, and also Bitcoin has been going down like this, alright, on a sideways movement at the bottom. Alright, it could be trading below 32,000 for this coming week. And of course, if you look at the Dow Jones, right, Dow Jones is beginning to take a correction, but it is not a market crash. So don't assume this is a market crash, because we foresee very quickly sometime in August or September, right, the US stock indexes will start to recover. But then again, when everything comes down this week, what are we looking at? All right. If you look at certain stocks, I'm going to show you now, you'll be surprised to see that they are not affected at all, and they are still rather strong last week going up. Just two stocks that I want to share with you. One of them is, if you look at Apple, all right, Apple is pretty strong and the stock prices are still going up. And the other one is, this is it, Microsoft. All right, can you see that? It is still pretty strong last week, moving up. All right, so we have discovered one stock this week that it could be firming up. All right, it may not be a good long-term investment, and I'm not asking you to hold it for another 6 months to 1 year, but I think in this coming 1 or 2 months, there is a good chance for these stocks to be recovering. And this is exactly what OTOP 46 for the week, 21st June, year 2021, we are going to share and talk to you. And bingo, it comes from Hong Kong. Okay, this is a stock which is very argumentative. All right, JD Health, Jingdong Health, which is listed in Hong Kong. Okay, and the stock code is 6618. All right, if you look at these stocks, this is a very easy to interpret and to decipher on these stocks, because on the top side it is near the $200 and now it's 50% discount. All right, after the listing, it went up. Thereafter, it's been coming down for many months since December, for the last 6 months, in fact, until now. And if you look at this, the momentum has been doing sideways, consolidating at the bottom. Okay, with the EMA 4 and 20 crossings. All right, and the momentum is pretty close, near to zero. All right, near to zero. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, okay, I think, well, there is a chance for market to recover because everything is consolidating and looking good to move up. But how high can it go up? I think for this JD Health, honestly, if you look at the financial data, the company is still making a loss, although there is a revenue. All right, it's still making a loss based on year 2020, but analysts are looking at the coming 1 to 2 years or even the next 3 years. This company could be recovering, and the revenue and the businesses are actually stabilizing. All right, so this week OTOP 46, we are looking at 6618, and you can do your own due diligence. And last thing before I go, last week we talked about Intel Corp. Okay, Intel Corp, a very quick run through. All right, before we sign off, Intel Corp is here. All right, it is here. All right, last week very unexpectedly, because of the Federal Reserve's remarks on Friday, there was a tilt down. Okay, well, looking at this pattern here, I would think personally a small cutting loss from whatever price it, in case you have entered last week at 57, 58, now at 55, is a good cut loss, which is why OTOP is here to guide and to follow all of you that we are taking a small potential cut loss if the market happens to go against us, and against, of course, a better range on the profit if you happen to sit on the right trend. All right, and that's for last week. Okay, a revision on Intel Corp, and this week don't forget 6618. All right, stay tuned with us and come back on OTOP 47, and we shall continue to share more market information on every Monday morning 9 a.m. Stay tuned.